Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. So for me, I will use my books. So Chitopi de Vibhaṅga. So Vibhaṅga, according to the Bhumi, according to existences, there are 4 kinds of Vibhaṅga. So Chitopi de Vibhaṅga, among the 4 kinds of Vibhaṅga. So Kamajara, Rupajara, Arupajara, Lokottara, the 4 kinds of Vibhaṅga. So Kamajara Vibhaṅga, compared to Rupajara Vibhaṅga, it is Olarika, Rupajara Vibhaṅga, Sukkuma. So it is where we need to compare. So Neva Sanyana Sanyana Vibhaṅga, so Lokottara Vibhaṅga, Vedana, Sukkuma. So they're clear. It will about our Abhidhamma without analysis. Without analysis, like Sabyoga, Hetu. So just the just the 4 kinds of Vibhaṅga here. So beta do pana, beta do. So Kamajara, the Vibhaṅga here will be analyzed into various ways. So Kamajara Vibhaṅga here analyzed into Ahetuka is Sahetuka. So Ahetuka Vibhaṅga, Ahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga, Sahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga. Ahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga, we have the how many? 30. No. 70. Ahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga sa Kamajara Vibhaṅga sa 70. Sahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga, you have 8. So compare Ahetuka compared to Sahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga. Ahetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga is the not yet. Ahetuka Sahetuka. The Sahetuka again can be no Eka Hetuka. No Eka Hetuka, the Vibhaṅga, Kamajara Vibhaṅga. There are only 2 kinds of Kamajara Vibhaṅga. 2 Hetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga, 3 Hetuka Kamajara Vibhaṅga.
Hi, Sayadaw. Are you still there, Sayadaw?
Hello. Hello, Sayadaw.
Okay. Kamajara Vibhaṅga again analyze it to Ahetuka, Sahetuka, and Sahetuka again subdivided it to Hetuka, Hetuka. So among those, Ahetuka Olarika, Sahetuka Sukkuma. So very easy to understand the Pali. Sabi to Hetuka Olarika, Sabi here referred to Sahetuka. So Sabi to Hetuka Olarika, Hetuka Sukkuma. That happy among the Sahetuka and Ahetuka both here. Sorry, to Hetuka and Hetuka. Because Hetuka also classified into Sasankharika, Asasankarika. Hetuka also classified into Sasankharika, Asankharika. So Tatapi, if Hetuka is Sasankharika, it is Olarika. If it is Asankharika, it is Sukkuma. But if Hetuka is Sasankharika, it is Olarika. If it is Asankharika, it is Sukkuma. So Panamajana Vibhaṅga Olarika. But here, the Kamajara Vibhaṅga and Rupajara Vibhaṅga are not compared, these two. So it's kept. it should be, Kamajara Vibhaga is Olarika, Patamajana Vibhaga is Sukkuma, should be like that. But here it is not analyzed, understood, and they, because commentator did not say, did not describe about that. So commentators kept here the Kamajara Vibhaga, he compared Kamajara Vibhaga to Kamajara Vibhaga, not Kamajara Vibhaga to Rupajara Vibhaga. But in the case of Kusla, Kamajara Kusla to, and they, in the case of Kusla also the same, in the case of Kusla, Kamajara Kusla and Rupajara Kusla are not compared, Here Kamajara Vibhaga and Rupajara Vibhaga also are not compared. So Panama Jana Vibhaga Olarika compared to Dutiya Jana Vibhaga. So in this way you go to Jidota Jana Vibhaga. Sabi Olarika Akasa Najayarana Vibhaga Sukkuma. So here for the Rupa and Arupa, they are compared to Rupa Vibhaga, compared to Arupa Vibhaga. Rupa Vibhaga is Olarika, gross. The Arupa Vibhaga is Sukkuma. Arupajara Vibhaga. So among the Arupajara Vibhaga, you have Akasana Jayana Vibhaga, Vinyana Jayana Vibhaga, Akajna Yarana Vibhaga, Nivasanya Yana Vibhaga. So the higher one is Sukkuma. So Sabi Olarika, Soda Padipla Vedana Sukkuma. So Soda Padipla. So there is no Vipassana Jnana. Here Vipassana Jnana represent only Kusala. So here this is related to Vibhaga only. So Arupajara Vibhaga compared to Lokottara Vibhaga. They are Olarika, Lokottara Vibhaga are Sukkuma. So Lokottara Vibhaga also analyzed there up to Arahata Pala Vedana Sukkuma. So easy to understand. So we go to Tisukriyasu, the next, the paragraph. The kriyas are only three kinds. Kamajara kriya, Rupavajara kriya, Arupavajara kriya, not like a Kusla and Vibhaga. Kusla and Vibhaga, we have Kamajara, Rupavajara, Arupavajara, Lokottara. But in Lokottara, there is no kriya, there are only Kusla and Vibhaga. That's why when we analyze kriya according to the Bhumi, we have only three kinds of kriya. Tisu kriya, so among the three kinds of kriya, Kamajara kriya, Olarika. When we come to the kriya, so we just say kriya. We don't say ahetuka kriya, sahetuka kriya. We don't say duhetuka kriya, dihetuka kriya. So only Kamajara kriya. So Kamajara kriya compared to Rupavajara kriya, it is Olarika. Rupavajara kriya is Sukkuma. But you can analyze a detail like you analyze Kusla Vibhaga. But it is not mentioned here. Maybe others too, the commentator did not say much. Maybe he left something there. So we could do like Kamajara Kusla, Kamajara Vibhaga, or the Kusla Vibhaga. But here, compare Kamajara Kriya, Rupajara Kriya. There Rupajara Kriya, Arupajara Kriya. Oh, this is Abhidhamma, sorry. Yes, Abhidhamma. So Abhidhamma, so Ahetuka Tivasena Bendaya Kamajara Kriya, Ahetuka Kriya Vedana Olarika, Abhidhamma, with subdivision, Ahetuka Tivasena Ahetuka Kamajara Kriya, Sahetuka Kamajara Kriya. Then Dvihetuka Kamajara Kriya, Tihetuka Kamajara Kriya. Now when analyzes Ahetuka, Sahetuka, Dvihetuka, Tihetuka. So Kamajara Kriya, Ahetuka Kriya Vedana. So the Vedana arises in all the Chetas. whatever jada arises, there is vedana. That's why ahetuka kriya also there is vedana. Ahetuka kriya vedana. We have three kinds of the ahetuka kriya. The vedana arises together with those ahetuka kriya. Jadas are called ahetuka kriya vedana. So ahetuka kriya vedana compared to sahetuka, it is olarika. Sahetuka sukuma. The sahetuka again is divided into two. Two hetuka, eti hetuka. Simple, like a kusala e vibhaga. That have is sasankarika, asankarika. Sasankarika, olarika, asankarika, sukuma. So panama jane, kriya vedana olarika. Here also, the kamavajra and rupavajra are not compared. So panama jane, kriya vedana. So the fine arising together with the Patama Jana Kriya Jada Olarika compared to Dutiya Jana Olarika Dutiya Jana Kriya Jada. So the Vedana arising together with Dutiya Jana Kriya Jada is subtle. Sabi Olarika Tatiye in this way you need to analyze. You go to Chitute Sukuma. Sabi Olarika here Rupavajra Arupavajra also compare. So the Chatuta Jana, the Vedana arises in the Chatuta Jana Kriya Jadas. Chatuta Jana Rupavajara Kriya Jadas is Olarika. The which is associated with the Akasana Jayarana Kriya is Sukuma. Sabi Olarika, Vinyanija Yarana, Akichya Yarana, Nevasanyana Yarana Sukuma. So in the way you need to analyze. It's not difficult to analyze that. Here, the main point here, Ya Olarika Sahina, Ya Sukuma Sabanida, there which is cross, Sahina, there a period, Ya Sukuma, that which is subtle, Sabanida is the superior. So Olarika, Sukuma, Hina, Panida. So these two classifications are the same. So before we go there, we go to the Duras Sandika. Duras Sandika. So how about the subcommentator? So subcommentator did not give any remark here. So depending on Bhavanamaya here, Bhavanamaya Bitinena. So if we classify Bhavanamaya Kusala Vedana, Dana Maya, Sila Maya, Sila Maya, Pachika Vedana Nayado Dasita. That means Bhavanamaya can be classified into Dhanamaya, Silamaya. So the Dhanamaya, Silamaya are pertaining to Bhavanamaya. Sapi Diwa Divida, that means Sapi refers to three kinds of Vedana, Bhavanamaya, Vedana. So Bhavanamaya. So the Sabidi Wadividabi Vajajitapa. So you need to translate the word Sapi, there three kinds of Vedana. You need to translate like that. So we go to Pali, Dura Sandika. Dura Sandika at the Hina Panida. The Palis are also the same. But we need to read it. We need to read it. So you go to the Pali, Dura Sandika, paragraph number 13. The Pali paragraph number 13. Yes, you can enlarge your screen. So Tata Kadama Vedana Dure, that is the masculine, masculine, the Dure, not located case, masculine case. So the Padama Vipati, not Satmi Vipatti. Dure. So C Vipatti compared to A. That's why we had Dure. This is singular. Dure is singular. Like a Purisaw, like a Jaitan. Here Dura, not Dura here, Dure. C change into A. That's why we have Dure. Tata Kadama Vedana Dure. What is what feeling which is called Dura for Agusla Vedana Kusla Jagadi Vedana Hi Dure. It's similar to Olarika Sukuma. So Agusla Vedana Kusla Jagadahi Vedana Hi Dure. So very simple. Very simple. Kusla Jagada Vedana Aguslaya Vedanaya Dure. Simple. So we are not going to translate it to English again because we have come across already. Kusala Vedana Agusala Jagadahi Vedanahi Dure. So Kusala Agusala Abhyada. But a little bit different, not the same actually, not totally the same. Here Agusala Fa Pro Kusala Abhyada. Here Kusala Abhyada Fa Pro Agusala. Not like the Hina Panida Olarika Sukuma. Not the same like that. Yeah. Kusala Abhyada Fa Pro Agusala. The Kusala Fa Pro Agusala Abhyada. The Agusala Abhyada Fa Pro Kusala. Sorry. So Abhyada is Fa Pro Kusala Agusala. The Kusala Agusala Fa Pro Abhyada. So Fa Pro each other. So if you take Kusala as reference, so the other two, you take Kusala as reference, you compare with the other two. So Kusala and the other two are far from each other. So if you take Agusala with the other two, Agusala as reference, then you compare to other two, Kusala is far from Agusala Abhyada. If you take Abhyada, so Abhyada is far from Kusala Agusala. If you take Kusala Agusala is far from Abhyada. If you take Kusala Abhyada pro Agusala. If you take Agusala Abhyada as reference, Agusala Abhyada is pro Kusala. So this is according to Kusala Tika. The Attacker will give the reason there now why they are pro each other like this. Dukha Vedana Sukhaya Cha Adukama Sukhaya Cha Vedana Hi Dure. Dukha Vedana is pro Aduka Sukha e Adukama Sukha Vedana. So Sukhaja Adukam Dukasa Vedana Dukha Vedana Dukhaya Vedana Dure. Sukha ya Dukam Sukha Fafro Dukha Vedana. So Sukha Vedana Dukhaya Cha Adukama Dukhaya Masukhaya Cha Vedana Hi Dure. So Dukha Cha Adukama Dukhaya Cha Vedana. Sukhaya Vedana ya Dure. Adukama Sukha Vedana. Sukha Dukhahi Vedanahi Dure. Sukha Dukha Vedana. Adukama Sukhaya Vedanaya Dure. So translation is very easy. So they are analyzed according to Kusala Tika and Vedana Tika, Tutika. They according to the person here, the individual. Asmapanasa Vedana, Smapanasa Vedanaya Dure. Smapanasa Vedana, Asmapanasa Vedanaya Dure. So the according to individuals, only two are classified there, two kinds are classified. So Sasawa Vedana, Anasawaya Vedanaya Dure, Anasama Vedana, Sasawaya Vedanaya Dure. This was Dure. Only Dure Vedana, Dura Vedana. Dura Vedana, the far feeling. How the feeling is far. How it is far for each other. So there is far feeling. So how about Sadika? Tata Karma Vedana Sadike. Sadika here the same. The masculine. The No, masculine. How to say it? Patama vibhaga. How to say it in English? I forgot. Nominated case. Is it?
Yes, nominative case.
Uh-huh.
Because like sandige dure, the declination like sapa declination. They have a special declination. So singular is a, like sape.
So sadike here, a. This a is singular. That is the nominated case. Have you ever learned for this?
Yes,
Yes,
Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So here, sadike, not the plural number. It's not also located case. It is a nominated case. So akusla vedana, akuslaya vedana sadike. Akusla is near to akusla. Kusla vedanaya sadike. Kusla vedana is near to kusla. The abhyagada vedana sadike. Abhyagada is near to abhyagada. The dukkha dukkaya vedanaya. So dukkha to dukkha. So sukha vedanaya, sukhaya vedanaya. Sukha to sukha. Near. Adukkha sukha. So asmapanasa. Samapanasa. Saswa, anaswa. So they are close. Ayan wajiti vedana sadike. This vedana is called sadike. So here tantawapana vedana upadaya vedana dure sadike databa. Compare this with the vedana should be understood as dura is sadika. So the conclusion for both dura is sadika here. Now this conclusion tantawapana vedana upadaya vedana dure sadike databa. This conclusion referred to the both dura is sadika. So you know the Pali now. So we go to adakta. How they are far, how they are near. So we need to learn it. So you go to paragraph number 13. Dura sadika ne dese. Dura sadika ne dese. Yes, this one. Dura sadika ne dese. Akusla vedana vibhaga tena. If the sense of dissimilarity, vibhaga tena. If the sense of dissimilarity, visasatena. If the sense of visasata. Visasata, to translate visasata. In the sense of separation. Separation here.
Yeah, separated, disconnected.
Disconnected. Separation, disconnected. Dissociation. Not dissociation. This is not dissociation. So two reasons, because of two reasons here. Akusla vedana is purpro, kusla is abhyada. Or kusla vedana is purpro, akusla abhyada. Or abhyada vedana is purpro, kusla is akusla. Or kusla akusla vedana is purpro, abhyada. Or akusla is abhyada vedana is purpro, akusla. In this way. Vibhaga is the sense of dissimilarity. Visasatena is the sense of separation. Two here. Vibhaga. What is vibhaga here? Do you understand vibhaga without looking at mulatika?
So
So mulatika.
meaning with means different, right?
Yes, difference. Different of what here?
Because akusala and the kusala is quite different.
How they are different?
That means they are function, all this, they are all different. And their feeling also different.
So vibhaṅga here, according to the classification coming from the Pali, the kusalatika, kusalatika, vedānākkhandho, individuals, lokiya, lokodra. So the according to kusalatika, they had different type. Kusala is kusala jadi. Akusala is akusala jadi. Abhyagada is abhyagada jadi. Different types, different type we say. Vibhaṅga, dissimilarity of jadi, dissimilarity of the nature, because they are referring to the feeling. So the feeling has different natures. Dissimilarity of the nature, dissimilarity of individuals, samapana, asamapana, the dissimilarity of lokiya, lokodra, sasava, anasava. This is the dissimilarity. Because of different, so dissimilarity, they are part of each other. So kusala has the kusala jadi, akusala has akusala jadi, the dissimilarity of the jadi. That's why they are part of each other. Abhyagada has abhyagada jadi. We are kusala jadi, akusala jadi, abhyagada jadi. So they have different jadi. That's why they are part of each other. So if you go to the Mulatika, you will see jadi adi wasena asamana kutta satta. Jadi adi wasena asamana kutta satta. Because of the dissimilarity of jadi, etc. Because of dissimilarity of jadi, etc. Vibhaṅga, that is vibhaṅga. Vibhaṅga, the vibhaṅga dissimilarity of jadi, here adi refer to sabhava, pogala, lokiya, lokodra, as the Pali classified. So according to classification of the Pali, so you have jadi, sabhava, the pogala, lokiya, lokodra. So dissimilarity of these. So vibhaṅga, they are far from each other. Then the visasatta, what is visasatta? We say visasatta separation. How do they separate? Do they separate like ekubara, eganiroda, ekalamana, ekavatuka, we say. So when they arise together. When they see together. When they take the object, they take the same object. When they depend on the base, they depend on the same base. So do we refer to the sasata? Is sasata dukkha? You may remember sasata sutta. Sasata asasata. Sasata, so associate. Asasata dissociate. But here, the visasata and the asasata the same actually, but the meaning is different here. Okay, let's see. Dukkha vibhaṅga di vasena asrisa kejata. They had different function here. What the different function? Dukkha vibhaṅga di vasena. By dukkha vibhaṅga, sukha vibhaṅga, avibhaṅga. So the kusala we say akusala dukkha vibhaṅga lakhana. You remember, the function of akusala is produces dukkha, producing a desirable result, a miserable result. dukkha vibhaga. Akusala has the characteristic of the function, sorry, asrisa keja, the function of producing a desirable result, dukkha vibhaga. Kusala has the function of very good result. Avibhaga, abhyada, avibhaga lakkhana, the asrisa keja here, abhyada has not bear the result. So they had different function here. This is Vibhaga, Visasata, sorry, Visasata. They had different function. Kusala, Akusala, Abhyada has different function. Asrisa Sabhava, referred to the Vedana here. Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukama Sukha Vedana. They had different, the nature. These three kinds of Vedana also had different nature. That's why two reasons here. Different function and different nature. Because of different function, because of different nature, they are separated, or they are separation. Visasato. So na asabhyoga here, the main point. No asabhyoga. Visasata does not mean asambhyoga. Sambhyoga means association. Asabhyoga means dissociation. Sasata means association. Visasata means dissociation. So we will say sambhyoga, they arise together, they see together, they take the same object, they have the same base. That is called sambhyoga. Sambhyoga. So sambhyoga is sasata have the same nature. Actually, sambhyoga, sasata, asabhyoga, asasata. Yeah, visasata, asasata, the meaning, the term or the say, the meaning is different there. So when we say asansata, we refer to the dissociation of the Dhamma there. Asasata. So when we say visasata, but the meaning may be the same, but the nature not the same here. Visasata does not refer to that. Visasata here means separation of keja, separation of sabhava. Asrisa kejada. Visasato, separation of the dissimilarity. Asrisa, different function. Separation of different function. Asrisa sabhavata, separation of different natures. So here, not asambhyoga, not because they do not arise together, they do not see together, they do not have the same object, they do not have the same base, they are visasata. They are visasata because they had different function, they had different nature. So because they had different function, they had different nature, they are apart from each other. Kusala is apart from akusala, kusala is apart from abhyada. Akusala is apart from kusala, akusala is apart from abhyada. Abhyada is apart from kusala, abhyada is apart from akusala. Kusala, akusala is apart from abhyada. So the kusala, abhyada is apart from kusala. Akusala, abhyada is apart from kusala. So two reasons there, So with Vibhaga,
So what is asambhyoga again, Sayadaw?
Sambhyoga, asambhyoga. Sambhyoga association, asambhyoga dissociation. So association, when we say associate, so they are totally associated. They arise together. They see together. They take the same object. They have the same base. That is called association. Dissociation, when we say asambhyoga dissociation, they do not arise. They do not arise together. They do not take the same object. They do not sit together. They do not have the same base. Okay, please.
Yeah, but that's also the same, right? So because for example, like akusala vipaka, akusala vipak, sorry, akusala vedana and kusala vedana, they don't arise together. They don't have the same base. They don't take the same object. So I don't see the difference.
So different, but you imagine. So they do not arise too, you know. What we say is sambyoga. So the two things should be there. The two things, citta and cetasika. See, what we say sambyoga. Citta, cetasika, the two things is there. The two things arise together, see together. Have the same object, have the same base.
Yes.
Two things. Sambyoga. But we will say here, the kusala and akusala, they never arise together. So we should not consider that. But if they arise together, we have to consider whether they had the same object, whether they had the same base, whether they arise together, whether they sit together. When we say sambyoga, we refer to the two things, citta cetasika. When we say asambyoga, also we refer to the two things, citta cetasika. But here, not like a sambyoga is asambyoga. With sansata here, not like a asambyoga. Is sansata dukkha, you say sansata asansata. Here, with sansata asansata, these two are the same, only the term is different. So with sansata there, asansata there. Now the two things do not have the same. The two things there, you know, citta cetasika.
So do we have an example where the citta and cetasika are asambayoga? So
Asambyoga, citta cetasika, we don't have asambyoga. Sambyoga is sambyoga dukkha, we have sambyoga, asambyoga. Sambyoga, we have similar, the two citta. Asambyoga different already, which do not arise together as sambyoga. So the meaning here, you know, a little bit different, not the same.
So what Sayadaw saying is that when we say Samba Yoga, we refer to Citta and Cetasika. And when we say
kusala,
yeah,
kusala, akusala, abhyada. If you say kusala, akusala, they do not arise together. No two the dhamma arise together, you know, no two dhamma. It is impossible. That's why we should not consider these two as sambyoga, asambyoga. It's no way to consider, to take into consideration, you know, as sambyoga, asambyoga. So that's why the commentator said, not in that case here with sansata.
Yeah, because it looks so so the word asamba yoga. So the a in there is the na samba yoga, right, Sayadaw?
Yeah.
And that na, what is the meaning of that na, Sayadaw?
Na no asambyoga, no asambyoga. Here na mean no asambyoga. That means with sansata does not mean asambyoga.
Okay. Okay, I'll think about that. Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. Yeah.
So when we say with sansata, we refer to the separation of the different, asrisa kejata, separation of different function, asrisa sabhavada, separation of different nature. So asrisa keja here commit dukkha vibhaga dadi wasena, because kusala has
So-
dukkha vipaka. Sorry.
Yeah, so I also have another question about the word jati adi was sena. That's the previous sentence. So Sayadaw said that the word adi refers to sabhawa, and then what is
Pogala.
that? Pogala,
Pogala.
and then
Lokiya, Lokotra.
Lokologiya, Lokuttara. But then here we talking about kusala, akusala, and then apyakata vedana. We are not
Yes.
talking about pukala. We're not talking about sabhawa. Then why we have to take the meaning of the word adi as those three things? You know?
No. You go back to the Atthakatha. Dura dukkha nitise akusala vedana visabhaka thenacha visasa thenacha kusala vyagaraye dure. Imina niyena sabha padesu durata viditapa. In this way, in all words, dura should be understood.
Oh, okay. Just because we
All
haven't read that sentence yet.
yes.
See.
Imina niyena in this
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Sabha padesu in all words, durata viditapa. Dura, the state of dura should be understood.
I see. Okay,
That's
thank
why.
you. Sayadaw.
That's why
Yeah, yeah.
adi need to be taken sabhawa, pogala, lokiya, lokotra.
I see. Thank you, Sayadaw.
So, yeah, we go back to the Atthakatha. Imina niyena sabha pade durata viditapa. Then, sache pihi akusladi vedana samagino. If the person adored with akusla vedana, etc. Dukkadi vedana samagino ja. If the person is adored with the dukkha vedana, etc. Deyo jana eka mache nisena only the 3%. Deyo 3, 2 group, one group is 3, another group is 3. One group, the adore with the akusala vedana. For example, we take only akusala vedana. We don't take adi. So the 3% are adored with akusala vedana. So 3% are adored with the dukkha vedana. Akusala vedana, dukkha vedana. Here, akusala vedana, the due to jadi. So we will say dukkha vedana due to nature. Different already. Deyo jana eka mache nisena hodi. They said in the same quote. Tisabhita vedana. Tisabhita vedana. They are feeling, they are feeling. Visabhaka visasada thena durayewa nama. They sit closely, or maybe they touch each other with the city there. So the sick people, 3 people adored with akusala vedana. 3 people adore with dukkha vedana. For example, akusala vedana, dukkha vedana, the same. Akusala vedana jadi, dukkha vedana is nature. So different already. That's why the vedana we say their vedana is far from each other. So samapana vedana di samagi suji is one yo. Samapana asamapana. So the 2 buses sit together. Their body may be touching each other. So one is adore with samapana. Another is not adore with samapana. But here, we say their vedana is far because of vispaka, visasata. So when you enter into the attainment, you do not enter into the attainment. That's different already there. Vispaka, visasata. So because of 2 reasons, they are far from each other. Then akusala pana akuslaya. How about akusla? So akusla should be, near. But akusla here, sabhaka thena, sorry here, akusla. Akusla vedana is near to akusla vedana here. Why? Sabhaka thena. sarikatena. Sabhagatena sarikatena. Sabhagatena sarikatena. Sabhagatena sarikatena. Sabhagatena. Sabhagata sarikatena. What is sarikatena?
Sarika is like a similar.
Similar nature. Similar nature, is it?
I only know that sarika means similar or like.
Life.
Like.
Oh, like. Sabhaga sarika. Sarika, the yes. Sabhaga, we say same part, the same part, sabhaga. Same part, same jadi, same nature, same individual, same logia, same logotra, we say sabhaga. Sarika. Sarika, here sarika, the same bhumi here, and the same bhumi. No explanation for this. Sadike, Agusla is near to Agusla because of two reasons. Imina nena sama bresu sadikata uditapa. So here for this example is given. Sache pishi Agusla di urena sama gensu. Disu jenesu. So here, according to Bhumi, Eko Kama Boe, Eko Rupa Boe, Eko Arupa. One is a Kama Bhumi. One is a Rupa Bhumi. Eko Arupa, one is a Arupa Bhumi. This Sabita Vedana Sabhagatena. So the Agusla Vedana here concerning the Vedana here, even they are very far from each other, even they live a different Bhumi, different plane, their Vedana is near, we can say, because the Jihadi, for example, Kusala, the Nirya, we have only Agusla Vedana. Agusla Vedana a Nirya, Agusla Vedana a human world. So we say near. The Sukha Dukha Vedana a Nirya, Dukha Vedana a human world. We say near. So Samapanasa, Samapanasa. Samapanasa, for example, Samapanasa, the person adore with the attainment a Kama Bhumi, the person adore attainment a Rupa Bhumi. It's true. So their Vedana is close, is near, we say. Asamapanasa, so will be far as for Asamapanasa. So Samapanasa or Samapana, sorry, Samapana. This Saswa a Kama Bhumi, Saswa a Rupa Bhumi. Or for example, I have a loba, I live in Kama Bhumi. So someone a Dewa also have loba. So the loba, we say close because of Sabhagata, because of Sarikata, two reasons. Kusala di Vedana Samagisu is one yo. So Kusala Vedana is the same. So in this case, there is no question on this. So you need to be clear with the Vibhaṅgata, with Satta. So you can refer to Mulatika for that. So with Bhagata, the dissimilarity of jadi, individual, nature, lokia, logotra, with Bhaga. So with Sasata, the separation of function, separation of nature. Because of two reasons. They are far, they are near. You know? So let's finish the Mulatika. Now Asambyogo after the Yedisiya, if we take with the sense of association, Dura Vipriya Yena, no, opposite of the opposite of Dura, Sadika Hodidi, Sadika the Dura. So if we take the Sabyoga Yedisiya means if we take Asabyoga, now arise together. So if you take that, you know, it can be Sadika, you know, if we take association together, because they arise together, they sit together. So if we take that meaning, it will be close, or we can say they are near, no more far there. No, they are near. Dura Vipriya Yena Sadika Hoti Sasatena Sadika Apajadi. So if we take Sasata, that means association, Sasata association. So it can be Sadika, no more the Dura. It can be Sadika. Naja Vedanaya, Vedana Sambyogo Ati, yeah. Where you learn the Tika, the Tika Modika we say, residues of the Tika, the reality of the Tika there. So Vedana, where you take a Vedana Tika, the Tika Modika, you have Vedana there. Because Vedana does not associate with Vedana. You cannot associate with yourself. One person cannot associate each other because it's only one. Here, Vedanaya, Vedana Sambyogo Naati, there is no Vedana which is associated with Vedana itself. Sadika Bada Vananaya Ja, in the case of Sadika, the explanation of Sadika word. Sabhagatena Sarekatena Jadi Ojadidi, Vodanina Atavudita Bo. So this is according to Atakta. Atakta already explained. You know, the Sabhagatena Sarekatena Jadi Ojadi Vodanina. So Srisa Asrisa. And we need to take Srisa Asrisa also here. So if they are Srisa, Keja Srisa, say as Sadika. If their function is the same, they are Sadika. If their function are not the same, they are Dura. If their nature is the same, they are Sadika. If their nature is different, they are far. Odaniyana, the above said method. At all, the meaning we read about should be understood. The meaning should be understood according to the accept method. According to accept method before. So clear and this is explanation. Why we do not take Asabyoga? Because Yedisiya, if we take Asabyoga, if you take that meaning, so Dura Vipriya Yena Sadika, Hoditi Sasatina Sadika Apajadi, if you take that meaning, because they arise together, you know, they arise together. No two Vedana arise together, only one. That's why we cannot take. If we take, that would be Sandika. Sandika. So we don't take that Asambyoga. Here, Visasata does not mean Asambyoga. If we take Visasata as Asambyoga, so Dura can be Sandika. And the reason is given here, Ja here, effect, Vedana is not associated with Vedana. There is no Vedana which is associated with the Vedana. naja vedanaya sabyogo ati effect. There is no feeling which is associated with the feeling. That is the main point here. That's why we do not take the meaning of asambyoga. We do not take the meaning asambyoga. So here, Visasata asambyoga are not the same. Visasata, the dissimilarity of function and nature, no dissociation, no asambyoga, dissociation. Okay, any question?
So Sayadaw, so that ja is the explanation, Sayadaw? It's not
Yeah, yes.
another reason?
Not another reason. The explanation of na asambyogo. So Yadisya, so referring to the former, Yadisya, if were, because if how should I, if were, Yadisya, but will not be conditional, conditional. Yadisya. So if so, if we take asambyoga, Dura Vipriyayena, a opposite of Dura, we need to take Sadika there, or Sadika can be there. We take Sasatena here. Sasatena Sadika Gata Abhajadi. So by association, it can be Sadika, but there is no association of Vedana there. That's why we should not take Sasata. Clear?
Yes, but it looks to me that those two different reasons. So he gave two reasons. One reason is starting from Dura Vipariyayena and to the Pachati, that is one reason. And then he add another reason, that is Na Vedanaya Vedana Sambayogo Ati, that is another reason.
No, he gave you a Sasatena. Sasatatena. What Sasatatena? By mixing. So there is no mixing of Vedana, two Vedana there. Vedana arises alone, there is no mixing of Vedana. So if there is mixing of Vedana, we cannot say it is Dura, we have to say it is Sandika.
Yeah.
The same, this is the main conclusion, the main reason, the main point here. As there is no Vedana associated with another Vedana, there will be no nothing to do with the Sambyoga Asambyoga here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw. Yes.
So time is over. Any question? So if you have no question, let's conclude our class by saying Buddha Sasana Jira Detatu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detatu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detatu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Okay, I'm
Thank you
sorry.
so much, Shadow.
See you tomorrow, Sayadaw.
Okay, see you.